my dear friends. Good morning. So let's continue with class 12 mathematics, chapter 3 matrices, exercise 3.4, a continuation of the previous video, how to find out the inverse of a matrix using elementary row transformations. Now, before we proceed further, for the new viewers, those who are viewing this video for the first time, I would request you to please go through the other two videos, previous two videos which we have uploaded on exercise 3.4 on this topic, from where we have started with the basics on inverse matrices, how to find out the inverse of a matrix using elementary row transformations. Then we have moved on to 2 by 2 matrices, and then only now we are going to do this video where we will focus on finding out the inverse of a matrix of a 3 by 3 matrix. So before you critically analyze this video, or before you try to learn from this video, please go through the other two videos first and then only come to this video, so that you may also learn. Otherwise, I am sure that you may not understand much from this video if you just are viewing this video for the first time without studying the other two previous videos. So without further ado, let us continue. Now, question 16, a 3 by 3 matrix. So as we have already studied before, what we do is, I'm not going to explain the basics again, because as I mentioned, we have already done in the previous two videos. So this is just a continuation of the advanced video, a continuation of the previous videos only. So what we do is we write down our statement, then we prepare our matrices, that is 1 3 minus 2 minus 3 0 minus 5 2 5 0, identity matrix 3 by 3 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, matrix A. So as I had mentioned earlier, we will focus on one particular because our job is to convert this to an identity matrix. In that process, this will also be applied with the same operations, which will convert this matrix to a matrix B, which will be our inverse matrix. So maybe I'll just focus on this, that is this particular row. I'll just try to convert this to 1 0 0, so that means minus 3 this 0 0. So what operation we can apply is, maybe R2, I will apply R2 plus 3 times of R1, and R3 I will apply R3 minus 2 times of R1. That means R1 I am not going to change. Now I'll do the rough calculations with red pen. Okay, so R2, when we apply the operation, now what will we have? R2, that is so at least for the 1 or 2 steps I'll do the rough calculation. The rest of the calculations I'm not going to do. You should try that on your own. So that will be minus 3 plus 3 into 1, so minus 3 plus 3, that will be of course 0. Next, 0 plus 3 times of 3, that will be 0 plus 9, that will be of course 9. Next, minus 5 plus 2 times of minus 3 times of minus 2, that is minus 5, minus 6, that will be of course minus 11. Similarly, I'll just proceed with the first 2. So next, again, R3 minus 2 times of R1, R3 minus 2 times of R1, so 2 minus 2, that will be 0. 5 minus 2 3s are 5 minus 2 into 3, that is 5 minus 6, that's of course going to be minus 1. 0 minus 2 minus 2, that will be 4. Proceeding for the same with the same operations for this matrix also. This operation, R2 equal to R2 plus 3 times of R1, 3 times of R1, so that will be 3, 1 plus 0 0 0 0. Similarly, R3 R3 minus 2 times of R1, minus 2 times of R1, so 0 into 2, 0 into 0 minus 2 times of 1, so that will be minus 2, 0 0, that will be of course 0. 1 minus 2 0, that is 1 minus 0, 1. So now we can see that one of the particular column is already done, no, 1 0 0. So that'll make our job much easier. Continuing. Now next operation, what should we apply? So next operation, what we will do is we can see as many zeros as you have in all the non-diagonal elements better for you. So maybe I'll just convert this to 0, because -1, if I multiply this by 9 and add it with the second row, I'll get that 0. So that means I'll apply R3 as 9 times of R3 plus R2, because remember our focus is this type of a matrix, I matrix na. So kiman 0 power to mani amount garni mani aram na. So what we will do is, that means R1 or R2 to change no koribo. So 1 3 minus 2 0 9 minus 11 1 0 0 3 1 0. So now 9 R3 to try koribo mani dia 9 times of 9 times yeti to 0 0 is it duita to 0 hola na, aru yeti 9 times of, so minus 9 plus 9 to 0, yeti 9 into 4 plus minus 11, so 36 minus 11, that will be 25. Similar application to yeti koribo, yeti 9 2s are 18 plus 9 2s are minus 18 plus 3, that is minus 15 1 9. Now I to ekta row holibe ekta column kiman rows and kiman columns olai jabo itu sab your job will be much easier. Okay, so what I will do is itu third row, if I divide by 25, then 0 0 1. So that job is done, isn't it? One part done. So now you will see that it'll start opening up this particular problem. So now what we will do is, in the next step, what operation can we apply? So it will be 0 because minus 11 plus 11, that will be 0. So see, that's why for me, of course, generally what I do is I focus on all the non-diagonal elements, and then I try to get as many zeros. We all have our different concepts. It's not that you always have to follow the algorithm that is given in the textbook and hard and first rule. No, mathematics, it can be done in so many ways, so it's up to us. Okay, so what I do generally here is I try to focus on the rows, try to focus on getting as many zeros as possible in the non-diagonal elements. So because for me that always helps. Okay, so R2, what I'll do is R2, I'll add 11 times of R3. That means R1 or R3, I will not change. R1 or R3, 1 0 0, minus 15 by 25, 1 by 25, 9 by 25. Next, R2 plus 11 times of R3. Let's continue. So R2 plus 11 times of, plus 11 times of R3. So 1 11 0, so that it is the 1, R2 plus 11 times of R3, so that will of course be 0. 9 plus 11 zeros are 0, that will be 9. Minus 11 plus 11, that will be 0. Now here only you will require some calculations. 3 plus 11 times of minus 15 by 25, so that will be if I take the LCM, 75 minus 11 into 75, 165. So that of course will be minus 90 by 25. Similarly, I'll just do the calculations quickly. Here you will get 36 by 25. I don't want to make this video too long, so 11 by 25. So proceeding further with the other steps, so that of course will give us. Now next what I'll do is, see, once you have that R2, one more row I'll be getting, because if I just divide R2 by 9, 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 0, R2 if I divide by 9, for example, minus 90 by 25 divided by 9, so that's going to be minus 10 by 25, 4 by 25, 11 by 25, minus 15 by 25, 1 by 25, 9 by 25. So now you can see that 2 rows 2 columns are already done, so that's almost done. 0 0 1 minus 10 by 25, 9 by 25, 11 by 25, sorry, 4 by 25, minus 15 by 25, 1 by 25, 9 by 25. So now here R1, I will apply R1 minus 3 times of R2. Now because focus on this 2 one step at a time, so 1 0 minus 2. So by applying the operations, what you will have is by applying the same operations, that is R1 minus 3 times of R2. So R1 minus 3 times of minus 15 by 25. So you do the math, you will have 55 by 25 minus 12 by 25 minus 33 by 25. Similarly, one last operation, that is R1 again, R1 plus 3 times of R3. So 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So again applying the calculations, other values will not change. 11 by 25 minus 15 by 25, 1 by 25, 9 by 25. So again applying the operations, you will have 1 minus 10 by 25 minus 15 by 25. So in the further steps, I'm not doing all the calculations, okay, because I hope that you will be able to do the calculations. So that by now in this matrix, so this is in the form of I equal to B into A. So therefore our matrix B is 1 minus 10 by 25 minus 15 by 25 minus 10 by 25, 4 by 25, 11 by 25, minus 15 by 25, 1 by 25, 9 by 25. So that's our matrix, which is our A inverse, which implies it is A inverse. That will be also equal to B. That will be, I'll just to keep it simple, I'll divide all the elements by, multiply all the elements by 25. So multiplying and dividing all the elements by 25. So 1 by 25, that means, in other words, I'll take 1 by 25 common from all the elements. So that will be 25 minus 10 minus 15 minus 10, 4, 11 minus 15, 1, 9. So in other words, I'll just take 1 by 25 common from each of the elements. So that will give our inverse. So you can see that a 3 by 3 matrix is quite complicated, but not difficult at all. Okay, you just have to keep you calm and then do the rough calculations carefully. Stepwise should be done properly. So please go through all these videos and try maximum of the problems. If you find any problems with any of the questions, please let us know. Email it to us. We'll be glad to help you out. Thank you so much from the team of Teach Nagaland.